Well, that'll be interesting. Yeah, now once you have a recipe card, item on that card is going to be added to the list of things that you can grath melt, as it shows there. Now, you may have seen next to the item there's like a little yellow star thingy. What that means is that you have the ingredients to grath melt it. If it shows it up there, but you do not have... Well, actually, I'll show you right now. See how it has a little yellow star over there to the left? That means that you have enough ingredients to make it. The number there, which is 0, is the amount of that item that we currently have in our possession. So if you see an item in there, but there's no yellow star next to it, that means that you don't have enough items to make it. Now, in this case, yeah, to get ingredients, you mainly get them by defeating enemies, or you can get them by buying them. For the most part, I really haven't found the need to buy many ingredients. They're usually pretty generous in giving you ingredients from enemy drops. Yeah. Now, yeah, each one of these things here, this one is quality C. This one is quality B. It goes from, I don't think there's a quality D, but it goes C, B, A, and S. Essentially, the higher the quality, like I said, the better the item is going to be. I believe that means, I think it has more effect. Now, to be honest, I haven't actually gotten to test this out. Like, I haven't gotten to like experiment with various qualities on items, so I can't really say for sure, but that's what I believe it would be. So I'm actually going to go ahead and use, for the hell of it, this song 10% bonus, because that one we're actually not going to get to use for quite a while. There you can choose the amount that we make. We're limited by the least amount of item that we have, which is the red crystal thing. Go. 1. Yes. So we can only make 1. Yeah. Now you can hold X to fast forward, or I usually just press 0 to skip it, because it's just like, oh, do, boing! Item. That's really all that it is. Yeah, and then certain items, after you've created them through grath melting, you can then buy them in the shop. It does not apply with all items, but for quite a few items it does. Yes, apparently we have homework. Our homework is to make a missile. You need a redstone and a grath node crystal. So we were given... Alright, so we're given the redstone and the grath node crystal. And the recipe card for missile, which is actually kind of helpful, because we kind of need that. Alright. So, no, I don't want to see... Damn it. I didn't want to see that... Ah! Ah! Alrighty then. That scream was very necessary. Now we're going to go back to the inn and actually do grath melting. I'll take a drink of water in the meantime. So apparently that's how big grath melting is that like every inn allows it. Yeah, it's essential to their quality of life, as they say. Yep, it's our first time grath melting. Yeah, it's always, it's my first time. Again, I've said it before. I love this game dearly, but it is one giant innuendo. Alright, so we're going to make a missile. We have actually quite a few redstones. Holy crap. We were actually given, I believe, 5 of each. So we're going to go ahead and make 5 of these things, because we're going to be using them a lot. At least in the next battle. So, somehow a redstone makes a blue missile? How the hell does that work? Anyway. Yeah, now I'll just show you in here. In the little menu, you have rest, graph mail, current objective, save, load, blah. So, yeah, you get that there. There's also at least one other command that's going to show up there, but that is not for quite a while. In that point, we'll actually be able to use those red graph node crystals and also actually blue and green ones. But that's not at this point. I'm getting way ahead of myself. Did I do a good job? You passed the test. Yay! Do 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 do. You'll be able to make any complicated item. So where's my present? Oh, I almost forgot. It's... that's an interesting prize. Yep. No way! I wanted that prize! Yes, you young kids. You dumb whippersnappers, you got no sense of humor these days. Cause I make all these old people sound like Sean Connery. You whippersnappers. I'm now a licensed graph melter. Congratulations. Please wait here. Our prize is... Ooh, we get 10 blue stones, 10 red stones. Yep, they are very important for graph melting. And then graph melting so quickly. Again... obviously Jack knows something. So apparently there was some girl, some woman who told Jack about Liner. Or somehow through this girl, or through this woman, whoever she is, that's how Jack knows about Liner. And you'll find out who this mystery lady is a little bit later on. Just forget about her. Haha, she dumped you. Yes, Jack. He joined your party. Ta-da. Alrighty then. We're going to head back to the Cello Forest. So I'm probably going to... You know what? I was going to off-screen it, but it's not too far to backtrack. So we're going to load up Cello Forest here. Plus, I don't really want to cut out anything because this is one of those games that I enjoy quite a bit. So it's easy for me to, you know, talk for like an hour constantly about it. So we're going to now go this way. I think there's something up here. If we go, can we go? Yes, we can go up this way. Let's see. That leads over there. I'm not sure if I want to go over there yet. Ah, there it is. Oh, I believe this is a new enemy. So, this is a stray dog. However, you just find a like a lion there. Now, unlike the blue wolves, these ones you can actually damage. Now, one thing you may have noticed is that Jack cannot actually use skills like Liner can. There is a specific reason for this, because apparently, well, while I'm saying this, I'm going to go ahead and go down that other path, because I think I know I think the blue wolves are up there. I believe what happened is there's some sort of, like, harmonics thingy. Some sort of harmonics thingy. It's engraved onto Liner's blade, which allows him to use skills. Because normally, You wouldn't be able to use skills until... And I did go the wrong way. Oh well. I haven't played this section in a little while, so I'm sorry. Now, normally you wouldn't be able to use skills until you have the Raventails in your group, and they can increase that harmonic stage thing. But again, I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'll explain this all in due time. But I'll just say there's a specific reason why right now only Liner can use skills. So we're now going to use an item. You may have seen this little command over here, the item command. We're going to use an item. Now, it deals damage to the front line, which, well, for the most part, is all these enemies. You'll be able to tell later on if an enemy's in the front row or back row, because I think you can't attack ones in the back row. So, we throw out a missile, and that deals a good freaking portion of damage. I think we just got one more of those. I'm going to have Jack here throw out another missile, and they should all be dead. Yep. It's easy as that.
Mission complete.
So, we get a decent amount of experience for that. Pretty impressive. We get 3 juicy meat. War Phantom. Are they savage? They're War Phantoms and they're savage beasts, therefore it's Phantom Savage. Alright, we can get the airship back now, but I don't want to because we can explore and get other crap here. Can I customize my weapons? Is it going to let me do that yet? Nope. Okay. Sorry. Paid no attention to what I said. I'm getting ahead of myself. Alright, fine. I'm actually going to head back up to that other save point. Or what I'm going to do, I'm going to head up to that save point. Like I said, I'm going to head up to that one save point that I stopped at before. I'm going to see if that actually leads anywhere, and if it does, I will cut back there. Otherwise, I will cut to the Viola Forest. So, to the GT Mobile! Alright, it turns out there was something up here. We get 5 white stones. So, on that note, I'm going to head back to the Viola Forest for real this time. So, once again, to the GT Mobile! Alright, we are now back at Viola Forest. And just like we promised, we beat those blue wolves. Now, for those of you wondering why I'm cutting out a lot of footage, honestly, there's a decent amount of backtracking in the game, and this is going to, I've said before, this is going to be a long project. And I want to do whatever I can to, like, streamline this. That's why I want to cut out a lot of things, you know, so that it stays interesting and it doesn't get boring fast. Is that true? Yes, it is. Go to the Cello Forest and check for yourself. And in the meantime, we're going to claim our airship back. Alright. Ooh, one less thing to worry about. You saved us. Join us. Really? They do any more money? Really? It used to be a company for the common folks? What happened is it was probably like any business, they let like fame get to their head. Anything? Oh, sure. How convenient. Oh, Nemo. We heard Jack talking about that place. Alright, so if we go through the Cello Forest, we can make our way over to Nemo. And, ooh, I'm looking at my guide here, and it looks like something exciting is coming up. It's the biggest city in the lower world, so the unattainable is unknown in Nemo. So it's basically the impossible is possible. please, take this. Alright, we got the kind of defensive Grathnode Crystal. That is going to be something for our equipment. Because there's a couple different colors of Grathnode Crystals that you saw. Each one serves its own purpose. I'm going to explain that later on. It's not important right now, but it will be